America.
Hold your ears, folks. It's showtime.
Show me again the power of the darkness. And I will let nothing stand in our way. Show me again the power of the darkness.
What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy. Happy Monday, you suckers. Well, check this out. We had a contest. We got a contest going on. Let me go ahead and expose the questions right now. What is the famous line from this character? One, you got a toothbrush I can borrow. Two, you gonna eat your cornbread. Three, you gonna eat that piece of chicken. Question number 2. What is the name of the witness in the movie My Cousin Vinny with the poor eyesight? Number 1, Joe Pesci. Number 2, Marissa Tomei. Number 3, Mrs. Riley. Question number 3. Name the sample in Gwen Stefani's song Luxurious. Is it 1, What's the 411 by Mary J. Blige? 2, Big Papa by Notorious Big. 3, Between the Sheets by the Isley Brothers. So there you have it. Those are the questions for this week. And the winners will be announced on Friday, so you have all this time to go ahead and get these answers. Big shout out to my man Sean, because he didn't make it on the wheel, and I want to say this publicly. He didn't make it on the wheel because of an oversight, which ended up being Facebook almost shutting that show down. I'm gonna leave it at that. So, Sean, you are automatically in on the wheel of names. All right, but you still feel free to go ahead and guess below if you want to. Did you know that I have a fall wear? Well, I think that it's time to address some comments. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm trying to make the questions a little bit more difficult since I was called out on one of them. Thank you for that. Watching Russell Brand on Fox. Yeah, man. Okay, so I was on the Russell Brand show. He had a show called Brand X, which since has been canceled. But you can catch some of the episodes on YouTube. I can't find the one that I was on. And it was about, it was July 4th episode. And Russell Brand had me come up on stage and rip money. Plus some other stuff went on. If anybody could find that show, that would be freaking great, man. Word up. Oh, and there's always a monkey in the car, man. A monkey on the car. Excuse me. Y'all know what I gotta do here.
Monkey on the car.
Monkey on the car. Oh.
Fuck off.
Oh, no.
I'm starting to get at a point where I think I'm telling you, that video never stops making me laugh. And I think that I think at this point, this guy does and says things like this because he wants me to monkey on the car him or hit him with DMX. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to start. You know, if I keep getting this, then not from just him. Anybody else want to participate? You want some of that smoke? I think I'm gonna have to come up with a feature on the show where you ask me for that smoke. You understand what I mean? Because I'm not scared of none of y'all. I ain't scared of none of you. Okay, let's just put it out there. You come at me, I'm coming back at you, man. It's just not gonna take it on the chin. Even if you're playing, I'm gonna come at you. I may be playing, I may not be playing, but I'm gonna come at you. All right. That's enough commercialism. But I do have all that stuff. That's all at UDF Records. If you need to get in, if you're trying to get to the store. I think what I'm gonna, no, actually I know I'm gonna have some more designs coming out, but I'm thinking about doing a contest, get some designs from people and see if we could put them up and see what product, what design sells the best. You know what I mean? Because I love y'all like that. And speaking of love, that's one of the things that's going to be covered in today's Motivation Monday. So if you look at the bottom, you have the top 10, what was it? Yeah, it was Warren Buffett's top 10 rules for success. And the last one is has to do with unconditional love. Now let me go ahead and pull these out. Hopefully you will look at the bottom. If you look at the video below, or if you're on YouTube and you're looking up here at the link up here, and I'm sharing a video that Evan Carmichael breaks down Warren Buffett's 10 rules for success. So the first one was find your passion. In this case, that's what I'm doing with this. I love doing this show. I love getting the engagement. I love getting people to think. I even love the people to come at me and talk the bullshit. You know what I mean? Because I'm a people person. I don't think you hear that as much anymore. But I love people. I love mankind. I love the human race. I love engaging with people. I love having friends, having associates, you know. I love that. So with this is something that sometimes I do miss a show. I almost missed this one. I almost didn't make this one, you know, just living life. You know, this show does a little bit for me. So as a matter of fact, now that I say that, if you're watching this show, go ahead and check me out on YouTube, where you can see some of my past shows, the 2020 shows, other shows like InkyMann's men's group, which, I mean, ladies, if you want to go check it out, you can, but it's really aimed at men. So I know that that's going to spark a little something. But anyway, my goal is to live off this. So that's me finding my passion. Number 2, hire well. That's something that I'm learning from Cookie, because Cookie, with her having her business, she has had to hire people. And you know, one thing that I'm learning, I haven't done it yet because I'm still a one-man show. A lot of stuff is automated and all that stuff, but I actually recently brought my dad on my team to kind of keep me in line as far as any of my books and things like that. And just the discussions that I have with him helps me to further my business. It allows me to not think about that particular aspect and think about other aspects, you know. So in that case, what that's basically saying is get some people that are a good fit for your team. Don't just hire family and all that stuff. Like, granted, I'm talking about my dad, but my dad has decades of experience in bookkeeping, okay? But just hiring Uncle Cletus because he's your uncle and you want him to do your music or your management, and he ain't got no management experience, he just worked at a factory, that's not really hiring well, okay? Number 3, don't care what others think. Self-explanatory when you're watching this here. 4, read. Very important, because you know what? Warren Buffett himself, I have heard in other circles, this man reads 4 hours a day. Now you might be saying, why would I want to read for 4 hours a day? I ain't in no damn school. And that is true. But as an adult, when you're not in school, the only way to learn, because you should be still learning even though you're not in school, the only way to learn is to read and to make mistakes, learn from the mistakes, and then continue to push on. instead of making the same mistakes over and over, or not trying to make mistakes because you're trying to be so perfect, but then you're moving slow or you're moving too fast, however you're moving, because you choose not to educate yourself. Education is still something that you should be involved with, okay? Have a margin of safety. Now, what he said in this particular story was not to drive a truck that weighs about 9,910 pounds or something over a bridge that's 10,000 pounds. He said look for the bridge that's about 20,000 pounds. So what I get from that is, be safe in the way that you move. Let's go with time management. If you have a 9 o'clock meeting, right? Or you're trying to meet someone of importance, or you're just trying to meet family, you're just trying to get up with a bunch of people and all that. Respect people's time in this particular case to prove this point. Respect people's time. So if you know it's at 9 a.m. or you know it's at 9 p.m., head on over there at like 8:40, maybe 8:30. The military has a saying where it's, and if I'm wrong, please say below or up here, but below. If you're on time, you're late. Have competitive advantage. So in this case, in my case per se, so I sell clothes, I sell music. Now what's going to give me the competitive advantage? You, because you guys will buy music from other people and all that, but you are a part of my following, you are a part of my fans, you let me know how things go. So if I make you happy and I do things for you happily and I listen to what you're saying and I give you what you want, then you will tell other people who will then turn around and follow that, because I can be the only me. I can be the best me possible. And I think that at the root of it, that's what having a competitive advantage is. Now in business, you might be someone like, McDonald's versus Burger King. McDonald's has the Big Mac. Burger King has the Whopper. You're not going to find the same burgers at the two restaurants, yet they're both in the restaurant fast food industry. They're both pretty much selling the same thing. But McDonald's was the one that you knew of first. Burger King, when they came out, as opposed to doing whatever McDonald's does to make their burgers, Burger King you could taste the grill on the burger. That's their competitive advantage. So if you wanted to, and probably at this point they both do this, but still there's a different taste when it comes to the burgers. If you want that microwave, you literally see them taking the burger and taking a frozen patty, putting a piece of cheese on it, throwing it in the microwave, and slapping it between two pieces of bread. It kind of tastes like that. Now again, Burger King may be doing this, but whenever you have a Burger King burger, it's nice and bigger. It's got more meat on it, to me at least, and you can taste that charbroil taste in it. Okay, so that's the competitive advantage. Schedule for your personality. The example he gave was he was actually sitting next to, this is Warren Buffett, was sitting next to Bill Gates. If you don't know who those are, Google it. Who those two men are, Google it. By this time you should know who Warren Buffett is just by this. But these two are billionaires. They're billionaires, right? And basically they do things on their own time. They will do whatever they want in their own time. Everyone has that ability. Everyone has that possibility. You just have to work towards it. And in all actuality, even if you do not have the luxury and all of that, make things go your way so that you can live a happier life. You have to go to work? Okay. Well, as opposed to dreading having to go to work, why don't you make work? This is what I do. Here's a perfect example. So I used to work at this call center. And what I would do is I would take out a piece of paper and I would try to keep score of how many calls I made in an hour. When the next hour came, I would try to see if I can beat that same thing or whatever. I was kind of gamifying my day at work. Now, why would I do that? Because I love video games and I love games, period. Not when you're playing games with me, but when you're playing a game with me, I love that. So I gamify my days. I gamify certain things because that makes me not look at whatever it is that I'm dreading. I'm actually enjoying what's going on because my mind has been changed to a way that I enjoy what's going on. So in this case, we're saying schedule for your personality. That would be an example. Whereas with their example, it was they have the freedom to do whatever it is that they want. So they don't get up early in the morning if they don't feel like it, or they're not a morning person. They'll stay up late if that's what they choose to do. You all have that ability to do that, and it doesn't have to be based around money. You know, money is a part of your life, but it should not be your life. You understand what I mean? The people who are making money in life are servicing they're doing a service for people to probably enrich their life, okay? And if they focus on that, the money comes. But if you're chasing the dollar or you're doing things for money, you will be at a job that you do not like because it pays $10 an hour, $16 an hour, $20 an hour, but you're just looking at the fact that it pays that per hour. And you're focusing on that, so you hate the job and you don't even realize because you're focusing on the money. But the money ain't there until next week or in 2 weeks, so all you got is the job. You see what I'm saying? All right, let me speed this up. Always be competing. I don't have to explain that. Model success. So that would kind of go back with reading. Whoever it is that you're trying to be like, and everyone is trying to be like somebody, whether it's somebody in your family, somebody famous. If you're in something that you want to do and you want to excel, then look at other people who excel in that same category. Read upon them. See if their lifestyle, their frame of mind line up with yours, and model after them. You know, nothing wrong with doing that. If the end justifies the means, and you get to the level of success you want to, and that's what it's going to take, then do it. And then lastly, give unconditional love, like I started with the beginning of this. In that case, what he's saying is, you know, when you give, especially if you have children per se, you know, you give them unconditional love. You do everything you can so that they know that they are loved, and that makes them better human beings that we have to then deal with. So if we all did this, if we gave our parents and our kids and each other, that's that unconditional love, there's no reason to be unhappy, for real, for real. Now, there's always going to be a balance, but at the same time, love just conquers all. Doesn't pay the bills, but it does conquer all. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. Happy Monday, you suckers. Hopefully you're motivated by this. Go ahead and check the video below. Comment below. If you know any of the answers, go ahead and comment below. We're going to change it up. Go ahead and comment below. That'd be great. So your name could be added to the wheel. Other than that, later.